Welcome to another edition of the Baer Facts. I'm Kyle Lacey, and you see Jay over there with a special guest. Who is that, Jay?
This is my dog, Mr. Cheeto, Kyle. Mr. Cheeto says hello to all the people out there watching the Baer Facts. Mr. Cheeto needs a bath. His dog smells. I'm going to put him down now.
Is it?
He says hello.
This is the second appearance of Mr. Cheeto.
I think this is the second or third appearance of Mr. Cheeto on the Baer Facts. This is really he's trying to get a talk show. This is his claim to fame.
We need to start tweeting Ellen to get Mr. Cheeto as a co-star.
I think we can make that happen.
So the reason why we're showing Mr. Cheeto is because Jay and I recently just participated in a new idea, a new company, right, called GeneticInk.
Yes. Yeah, it's interesting. GeneticInk.com, they just came out of beta. And what they do is it's sort of part of that whole quantified self trend, right? Sort of Fitbit and all those kind of things. And they send you a little kit in the mail with a little cheek swab that you then put in a vial and you mail it to them. And then they analyze it in their laboratory and they map your actual genetic code. And that's pretty interesting. And I was going to map my own genetic code, but I was kind of concerned what it would show. So instead, and they have this option on the website, I mapped Mr. Cheeto's genetic code. And I got to tell you, getting the dog sort of cheek swipe is an interesting project. But then you can, once they have that, you can order prints of all different sizes and colors and stuff. So I'm going to grab mine and show it to you. Hold on a second.
Okay. Very nice. I also did this with my dog Asher.
Yours? Oh, you did? I thought you did yours. You did the dog too?
That's awesome. Did the dog too, yeah.
That's awesome. So this is the medium-sized one. There's bigger ones as well. But it's really cool. It's a really neat kind of art piece, and it's very high quality, wooden frame, the whole thing. I really like it. So as soon as I'm home for more than a day, I'm going to hang this up here in the Baer Facts headquarters. But it's really cool. I like it.
I actually have ours hanging up in our house, so we'll have to take a picture and we'll add it to this video.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
See it.
It's pretty neat. But this whole idea of taking sort of data and then allowing you to visualize it or make things out of it obviously is a huge trend. We're seeing more and more startups based on this premise. You probably saw the one, I think it's called 94 feet or something like that recently, which is the basketball that you can get that tracks how fast you dribble and how clean is your shooting form, those kind of things. It's just, and then there's actually a funny one, which is actually a spoof, but very much on trend the other day. That was a fake idea in Toronto called Quantified toilets. And the idea was that the toilets themselves in the convention center in Toronto were being tracked for a study on usage and flow and type, which is super gross. Very, very funny sort of commentary on the Quantified Self. It was quantifiedtoilets.com. We'll make sure to link that up. So there are some parts of Quantified Self, Fitbit and things like that, and GeneticInk that I think are really cool. There are other ones that I think are a little bit crazy, like tracking your bowel movements.
It definitely says they installed sensors to analyze deposits in the toilets to detect a person's gender, drug and alcohol levels, pregnancy status, and smell.
Gender. I like the
and people actually believe it.
That's good.
But it actually speaks to a bigger thing, right? Which is using technology to measure your health and just using technology to take you to a greater level as a human being. And then we get to the what is the new Johnny Depp movie? Transcendence and Terminator, and your arm becoming robotic and all that kind of stuff. But I use Fitbit. Jay, do you use Fitbit?
I have one. In fact, I think I have one of the very first ones ever, but I do not use it. I've decided that I am, for now, sort of sitting out this trend. I do not want to know all the actual data about my life.
You don't want a scale to tell you that you need to go exercise?
Yeah, I'm a feel player, Kyle. I like to, I sort of act based on how I feel, not based on a spreadsheet. But maybe that's because I'm old school.
That's another edition of Baer Facts. Thanks, Jay.